So this is an earthen pond. You know, I've been doing videos on concrete pond and tarpaulin pond, but here I have come to an earthen pond, and it's a fantastic place to be. Behind me is my tour guide, Stanley. Stanley, wave to you guys. Good, that's Stanley, and he has a TikTok channel. If you just type in Stanley
above
on TikTok, you will see him there. Type it on YouTube, you will see him there. He talks about ponds, how to handle ponds. He teaches people how to start fish pond. He also does contracts of setting up fish pond. He will set them up, whether it is concrete or tarpaulin or even earthen pond. He is an expert in handling ponds. So that's Stanley for you, and he's our tour guide today, and we're going to be looking at this earthen pond. So many of them here. You see one behind me, and then there you have another big one, and that is that. So let's take a tour of this earthen pond, and you've been watching the videos all along, so let's see whether earthen pond is actually far better than the tarpaulin pond. But from what we're hearing, it's a matter of choice and handling. So let's take a look at this earthen pond. I think we'll have about between 4 to 6 ponds here. An earthen pond is actually very interesting to have. Okay, if you look down there, you will see a river. That's Warrior River. Warrior River is very popular in Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria. That's Warrior River. So they set up this earthen pond close to Warrior River, and I hear it's because it's easier to discharge the water from here into the river. So let's see. Let's take a tour of this earthen pond. Okay, this is one of the ponds. You know, this is a secluded area. This is one of the ponds. This is a secluded area. I told you that you can't just have a pond in the midst of residential buildings without having a good place to discharge the water. So that is the popular Warrior River down there. That's a big river down there. Warrior River. So this is the earthen pond, and this pond, how many is it catfish or tilapia that you have inside here?
What we have here is catfish.
Okay, catfish. Like, do you know how many that are inside here?
Yes, actually, from the size of this pond can occupy about 10,000 fishes here, but what we have here is 8,000. So we have 8,000 fishes in here. 8,000 inside, but it looks small. Yeah, it looks small. How do you have 8,000 inside here? They're actually inside.
How many? What is the size?
So the sizes that are here, the fishes are due for sales already. So they are bigger. They are very big. They are very big. I can even show you by maybe throwing their feet inside the water so they can come out. I can show you.
So what is it like setting up an earthen pond? I mean, is it easier to set earthen pond, easier than doing that with tarpaulin or concrete, or you think it doesn't matter?
Okay, it really matters. It matters because, you know, it's not all about choice. It's not all about choice, because if you're talking about choice, you see that earthen pond is always the best option. But you see that if you are coming up with this idea like this, you end up spending more. Maybe by digging, by bagging, if you're using planks and all that. So it is more expensive. That is why, yes, it is very, very expensive. That is why most persons, they prefer tarpaulin.
Okay.
Most persons prefer tarpaulin and the concrete pond. Earthen ponds is always the best option in terms of the quantity of the fishes and even the growth. When you're talking about growth, yes, you discover that whenever you grow your fish in earthen ponds like this, they grow faster. So the growth rate is always higher than that of concrete and tarpaulin.
And it contains more.
Yes, it contains more.
Like this here now, you could have up to 8,000 too.
Yes. this pond is bigger than this.
Yes, this one is bigger than
Far
this
bigger
one.
than this.
Yes.
This pond you're seeing here, there was a time we had about 12,000 fishes in here.
In
And
this
they
particular
grew
pond
up.
now.
Yes, yes, yes. They came out successfully. So you see that that's one of the advantages that earthen pond has.
So they had, you heard that they had up to 12,000 inside here at some point.
Yes.
And the beauty of earthen pond is that they look, it's like they feel that they are in their natural environment.
Yes, yes. And that's why you see that the growth rate is always high because they feel free, they feel relaxed.
Wow. This is one of them. What is that? The rope, something like rope. What's that he's doing here?
Okay.
Does it have any function?
Yes, it has. That was then. That was then. Like we have this kingfisher bed.
Okay.
Yes, the bed is always a threat to fishes. Mostly when the fishes are still small, when they are very small, like that juvenile sizes,
Yes.
and their fingerly sizes. So whenever we put them in like this, we cover the pond with net.
Okay.
So to prevent the
and that's
birds.
this net we're looking at. The net that is by the side.
Yes, here's the net. Here's the net.
But you can't cover them now because the fish inside are not big.
Yes, yes. The fishes are already grown enough for the beds.
There's a pond down there too.
Yes, we have another pond there.
Okay. Let's check the other pond down there. So guys, you can see that earthen pond seems to be a big advantage. So this is the net that they use to cover the earthen pond so that the birds, kingfisher birds, won't carry them, won't carry the catfish. That's the net. You see, net, very strong net. They use it to cover. They use it to cover the pond so that the kingfisher birds won't carry them. So this is another pond. Now this pond has like how many?
Okay, what's in this pond here is 5,000.
5,000. This is massive. I've seen 3 ponds now, and for this 3 now, for them to be in tarpaulin pond, you will have to. It's not just 2 or 3 ponds.
No.
So that is the Mori River. Okay.
Yes.
There are ponds that are on the other side too.
Yes.
The other side.
Yes, we still have about 2 or 3 ponds.
Okay. So here I'm seeing planks here by the side. What did the planks were used to construct the earthen pond?
Yes. There are always 2 types of building. We have 2 different ways of building earthen ponds like this. There are some we use plank like this to shade it, so that this plank prevents sand from falling in. Whenever we experience heavy rainfall, you see that the rain wash all the sands direct into the pond. So but with this woods all around, it prevents the sand from entering. And another vital role the plank plays, the water, whenever the water enters the soil, you see that the soil becomes weak, and before you know, the soil will start falling inside. You see, and the shape of the pond will not be okay again. So because of that, we decided to use planks.
So you change water in earthen pond too. You change water.
Yes, we change water all the time.
I was thinking that earthen pond means that since they are natural river, you don't need to change water and all that.
No. We do change water. Like what we do here is we change water like twice in a month. Meanwhile, we always have a free flow, steady. Yes, the reason why you're not seeing any water for now is because we were about feeding them. That is why we stopped the machine from pumping. We can't feed them while we are pumping in
the free flow you mean is that water has to be constantly entering the pond and leaving the pond.
Yes. As you can see, all the ponds we have here, we have like 2 outlets. We have here, this one starts as the inlet, and the other one right there as the outlet. So while this one is pumping in, the other one is taking the water out. So that is how it's being done.
Okay,
Yes.
that
Yes,
is
this
what
is
he's
the-
talking about, the inlet. So that
yes,
is
sir.
where the water enters through into the pond.
Yes.
Okay.
Water enters through here and it goes out
Through,
from there.
you can see down there. That's where the water goes out from. Okay. Same thing with this one.
Same thing with this. This one we call it bagging.
Bagging.
Yes.
Okay, here you didn't use plank, you use bags.
Yes. Here we use bag. All we have to do is we fill in sand in bags like this, then we arrange them orderly. So by so doing, it helps the pond. In fact, it helps the pond to last faster.
Okay.
Yes.
So the same job that the plank is doing here is what the bags are doing here.
Yes.
Bags of sand.
Yes. Okay. They do the same job.
That's Umori Lane down there. Umori River, sorry, that's Umori River down there. You can see, there you can see river down there. Very massive river that traverses across the state. So they have this earthen pond here, and what we understand is that the earthen pond is actually the best, and the earthen pond makes the fish healthier. So now we have the feed, and we want to check the size of the fish if we see the feed in the okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Whoa, look at the size. Look at the size. Yeah. That's the machine with which they pump water here. So if you run an earthen pond, you need a machine like this to be pumping water into the pond and then out of the pond. So each of these ponds has one inlet and outlet. The inlet, like this, is where water enters into the pond, and then the outlet, like down there, is where water goes out of the pond. And the advantage they have is that the water goes straight to the river, Muri River, which is across the grass you're looking at there. And he says that that is the advantage of having an earthen pond close to the river. It is easy to discharge water. Okay, this one is covered. This one is covered. Okay, you can see that. So the essence of the net is to prevent the fish attack.
Yes.
Okay. So this one is covered because they are still small.
Yes.
Oh, I can see a lot of them there.
Yes.
See them. You can see these ones are still small. That's why they are covered. That's the net. That's the net used in covering the thing so that there can't be any fish attack. Wow. So how do you feed these ones now? You still throw it through the hole? Okay.
Yes, your points.
This is where you feed from. You see these ones that have net. The ones that have net, this is where you feed them from.
True, so you see.
So these ones can be carried by the bird. Are they not big enough? So bird can carry this one now.
They're big enough. They can't carry them for now.
So why are you still covering it now since birds can't carry it?
And the thing is, even if you remove it, it has no use again.
Okay.
So,
oh yes, I know that. So if you're having an earthen pond, just like most other ponds that are in secluded areas or areas that are isolated, you need to have this. Now that is a camera. You see that it's everywhere around this earthen pond. Look at that camera there. If you go to the other pond, you find it there. You find it everywhere, the camera. And the essence is for you to monitor movement around here. And this security, you see, is such that it can be used anywhere. So that's it. And the owner can monitor it from wherever it is. That's the kind of camera.
Yes, that is it. It's being monitored from everywhere. Anywhere you are, you can access the cameras.
So you're saying security is also very important.
Very, very important.
And when you have, is it just earthen pond or ponds located in isolated places?
You know, normally in life, security
yes
is very important.
Good.
You know, if you must take your business serious, your business has to be secured.
Good.
You know, places like this, we expect different persons almost every day. Yes. So security has to be our #1 priority.
So this is another pond. There seems to be another one.
Yes, there's another pond over there.
Down there.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we'll leave from there.
Okay.
Yes. This is another pond. Wow, this one. It seems there used to be a pond here, but it dried up.
Yeah. No, just as I was saying before, the essence of this wood you're seeing.
Yes.
This pond was built without posts like this.
Okay.
Even bagging, there was only like bagging.
Okay.
That is why the pond ended up like this.
Okay. So in this pond that looks like it dried up, no bag around, no.
It was just docked and started using it like that. That is why the pond ended up like this.
The fish inside, did they die?
No.
They must have finished selling.
Yes.
Okay. I see this one. This one also, I see they've removed the net, so which means the fish, they are already big.
Yeah, they are already big. This is now one here.
Oh.
Here they call it a pond. And there, they call it a pond.
There used to be a pond there. There used to be a pond there. There used to be a pond here, and they are all dried up because the edges of the pond by the sides, they did not use either plank or bags, and you use that to prevent the pond from collapsing or from ending up dry. This one still has a little water. Is it? This one has bags, but
this one has bags. As you can see, the pond, we are about using it. We'll use it anytime soon.
Okay, because this one is still alive.
Yeah,
this one is still okay.
Yeah, this one is still.
So if they don't have bag by the side, is it that the water, it will suck up water or what?
No, it will not suck up water. But
because this one that dried, they don't know why the ones that don't have bag.
The ones that don't have bag
or plank.
Yes, just as I said before, the disadvantage is that the water can easily destroy the pond by entering the mud. Whenever it enters the sand that is by the edges of the pond, you see that the sand collapses. Whenever the sand collapses like that, it falls directly inside the pond and it ends up making the pond filled up. So that is why we use either bagging or plank to build an earthen pond.
This one they used plank.
Okay. The reinforcement. Very important. This reinforcement. Very, very important. With this, it helps to bring the pond back. You know, the ground has its own pressure too.
So that the pond will not collapse.
Yes.
So having a fish, an earthen fish pond or even fish pond at all is not an easy task. You can see this is feed and
6 mm feed.
Okay, 6 mm feed. Look at that, 6 mm feed. And this earthen pond, look at the 2 bags here. are just for this earthen pond, and it is for just this evening. In the morning you give them 2, in the evening you give them 2. What is the estimated number of catfish inside here?
What we have here is 5,000 fishes.
5,000 inside here.
Yes.
And then you give them 2 bags in the morning, 2 bags in the evening, and 1 bag is about 28,000, depending on the between 25 to 28,000, depending on the quality, and that is what you spend every day. Let's say it's 25,000. So each day you spend 100,000 on just this pond you are looking at. Each day you spend 100,000. So, and you must feed them.
You must feed them.
You must feed them. So it's not easy to run a fish pond business.
You know, you can never cheat nature.
You must feed them.
Is what you pick up.
And there are still time they will be sold around October. So we still have like 3-4 months.
Yes.
3-4 months to that time. So you'll be spending 100,000 naira every day on one earthen fish pond. So before you move into this business, you have to think well and be ready financially, otherwise you will hang in the middle. This is serious, economically serious.